All right, Matt, join me on the desk. First look at sports, and of course, they were the team responsible for booting the Lloydminster Bobcats out of the playoffs last year.
Yeah, that's right. You could say the boys were looking for some redemption last night as they played host to the Fort McMurray Oil Barons. Gord Thibodeau facing his old team for the first time since parting ways in the summer. Opening frame, 9.5 minutes in, Barons on the man advantage. And just 6 seconds in, Taylor Laika's shot is redirected in by Jetlyn Houcher. And that opens up the scoring. There is nothing in the second, so we fast forward with less than 6 to go in the third. Barons' lone tally still holding up, but once again, the Bobcats rally.
One-on-one, sends it back, goes out, score! Ashton Clark!
Kyle Harris with the great call. Ashton Clark is first as a Bobcat ties this game up at 1. OT solves nothing, so a shootout. That's where we're going. Cats and tough. Jesse Gordichuk was standing on his head, making 41 saves in the game. Now in the breakaway challenge, both teams already scoring once. Austin Holmes goes upstairs to take the lead, so the captain, Lyndon Springer, needs to score to keep it going. Gordichuk, though, makes the blocker save. Heartbreak for the Cats as they go down 2-1 in the shootout. The Bobcats outplaying the Mob for the majority of the game, outshooting Fort Mac 42-19, but only able to come up with the lone tally. After the game, Coach Gary Van Herwey talked about his team's inability to put the puck in the net.
I thought the last 2 periods we played pretty well. In the first period, again, we had those turnovers in our zone to give them some opportunities. When you get 42 shots and you outplay a team 42-18, you've got to find a way to bury some of those.
They're definitely a beatable team. Like today, we had way too many shots that just missed the net, and we just didn't bury on our chances. We outshot them big time and just didn't put the puck in the net at all tonight. So
it felt unreal. Like, never felt that way before. I mean, scoring my first junior goal last year didn't even feel that way. Just to bring us back into the game made it more special.
Staying with the Bobcats, they traded forward Ryan Swear to the Portage Terriers of the Manitoba Junior Hockey League in exchange for future considerations. In 56 games with the Cats, Swear scored 5 times and added 7 assists for 12 points. Well, after opening their season with a pair of wins, the Lakeland Rustlers men's soccer team were recognized, nationally ranked 8th in the country for the first time in the program's history. However, the team isn't reading too much into it as they get ready for this weekend.
After a pair of 3-0 victories to kick off their campaign, the Rustlers were ranked 8th in the recent CKSA rankings, but the team, knowing it's still very early in the season, have played it off.
It doesn't really matter much at this point. What matters is how we finish in the end. So I think it represents the work that the coaching staff, the athletics department, and the players have made, but it doesn't really mean much at this point.
We didn't really pay much attention to it. Like, we heard about it, but at the end of the day, we only won 2 games. 2 games won't get us anywhere. It's kind of nice to be ranked, but that means nothing to us.
Although it's not a big deal right now, the team is still proud of what this means for the program.
It's nice to finally get some recognition, but as a team, like for us, it doesn't really mean much. I mean, the ultimate goal is to go to nationals. Finished top 3 there, so that'll mean something for us, but being 8th to us is nothing.
It's good for the program that we're ranked and all, but it's two games in. We're not going to let it get to our head, and we got to keep working.
Now the squad get ready for a pair of games this weekend, and even with the national ranking, the team feels there is no added pressure as they move forward.
I don't think so, to be honest. I mean, we know we've still got to work hard. We're going to win this weekend, keep 1 game at a time.
This is just the beginning. Hopefully, if we've peaked at this point, then we're in for a very poor season. To be fair. So,
and that's your first look at sports. Gerard has your weather details coming up. The Holy Rosary Raiders football team kick off their regular season this Friday. The team is coming off a tough ending to last season, but are putting the past behind them and are moving forward. Brett Morton has more.
The Holy Rosary Raiders kick off the year hosting the St. Paul Lions, a team who has had the Raiders number including an embarrassing 47-17 loss in the Tier 1 final last year.
Last year we couldn't stop them and they shut us down, so we need to be able to move the ball, probably establish a good ground game and try and control the clock as the game goes on. But more importantly, stop them on offense.
With a lot of veterans returning to the team this year, Coach Vince Oreo knows his boys will be ready to go opening night.
You don't get many second opportunities or second chances, and some of these grade 12 kids who are in their last, they get the last kick at it. They're pretty fired up to get started.
Matt Schneider, a second-year Raider, is still bitter and has revenge on his mind.
Losing in the finals to him and them kind of running the score up there, so hopefully be able to get a good whack at him this year.
Kickoff takes place at Raider Bowl Friday night at 7 p.m. Brett Morton, Newcap Sports.